Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and the rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are beginning to hit store shelves. And as you can see, I've got all 4 of the Ninja Turtles right here in their brand new packages, and I'm going to take a look at them one by one, each in their own videos, so we can get a good look at all of the figures. So let's start things off by taking a look at Michelangelo. So as you can see, we have brand new packages. They're very similar to what we saw with the 2012 line of toys, but still nice, bright, vibrant colors on the packages. Each of the card backs has the animation for the turtle that's within the box right there in the upper right-hand corner. So you can see we got Mikey up here as he appears in the new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. Along the side of the blister bubble, we've got the character's name along with a cool little tagline. So Michelangelo, the wild card. I like that. That's really cool. You can see the figure inside, lots of accessories. One cool thing about Mikey, there's a sticker sheet in there, which is pretty sweet for decorating that skateboard that he comes with, it looks like. And this right here, yeah, pizza points are back. That's a cool nod from the original Ninja Turtles toy line from the 80s and 90s, so that's pretty cool. I'm anxious to see what the details are once we open this up. When you flip this around to the backside, we've got this real big bio card right here. Nice, bright, colorful burst with Mikey on there again, along with a little bio there. And every turtle in this new series is a different species of turtles, which personally, I think that's kind of a neat little take, something we haven't really seen before. So Mikey is a box turtle, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, his new weapon is the Kusari Fundo. It's very nunchuck-like, but not quite the same thing. And then at the bottom here, we've got a small cross-sell showing all the figures in this first assortment. So, let's go ahead and get Mikey opened up and take a closer look at it. Hey, alright, so first things first, let's talk about these pizza points, since this is brand new for this new batch of action figures for Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You got this little insert here that lets you know if you go join the Secret Sewer Squad, it looks like you'll get 50 pizza points right off the bat. But you can register to be part of the squad, you collect the pizza points to qualify for special TMNT toys and other fun stuff. So that is pretty cool. If you look at the bottom of the package here, you can see that it looks like each action figure is going to be worth 4 pizza points. And you'll get this little pizza points code inside that you need to go to playmatestoys.com to register. So definitely worth checking out just to see what kind of cool stuff you might be able to win. Alright, so Michelangelo as he appears in the new Rise of the TMNT series. If we start with the tape measure, you can see that he's about 4 1/4 inches tall. So this is a 5-inch scaled action figure line, which is pretty standard for TMNT toys from Playmates, and the turtles are scaled with one another. So Mikey is the shortest of the bunch, which kind of follows the trend that we saw starting in the 2012 series there. It's a really nice looking sculpt. Now, I've said this before when I talked about the San Diego exclusive versions, that despite how you might feel about these designs in the cartoon series, I honestly believe that these styles really do translate very well into action figures. I think they make really great toys. And Mikey is actually my favorite looking of the bunch. I think he's a very cool figure. So, the articulation is a bit different on these guys from what we've seen in the past. Let me show you here. The heads are still ball jointed, so you can see they move up and down as well as side to side, so it's a pretty good range of motion there. Doesn't really get hindered too much by the shell or anything. You got those ball-like joints at the shoulders, so the arms can go forwards, backwards, up and down. You've got swivels at the elbow as well as bends at the elbow. You've also got swivels at the wrist there. There's nothing in the torso since we've got the shell there, but we do have the hinge-like joints at the thighs, so the legs can go outwards, forwards, and backwards. We've got swivels at the knee and bends at the knee. And then we've got swivels at the ankle, as well as hinge joints at the ankles, so they can move up and down. They don't move side to side, but this is still a lot more articulation than we typically see in the ankles on Ninja Turtles toys. And that's because these new designs, the limbs are much smaller and skinnier. You know, in 2012, they had the real big fat limbs and the fatter feet. So that really kind of made it so the articulation was a little bit hindered as a result to not break up that sculpting. So these guys do feature a little bit more articulation than we typically see. And I will say that the figure feels really nice. The quality is good, he's sturdy, all of his joints seem nice and tight, so he should pose around really good, both for kids playing with them and if you want to pose him up on your shelf. Overall, the paint deco looks pretty good on this guy. Now, I will say that we are at the typical unpainted spots thing that we usually get on Turtles action figures. And I'm going to compare him to that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive in just a bit so you can see the real big differences. You will see he's got a little bit of painted detail on the front of his shell, because in this new series, Mikey like spray paints his shell and has colors and stuff. So that's kind of cool. He's got like a blue little lightning bolt down here, purple triangle up at the top. Now, I will show you on the back of the shell, the outlines here of the little spots on his shell, they're supposed to be painted like a green or a yellow. They were left unpainted on the retail figure. However, one spot that's painted that wasn't painted on the San Diego version is the little turtle shell emblem on his belt there. So I think that's pretty cool. That is fully painted this time. It was not on the San Diego release. Otherwise, I'd say the paint looks pretty good. I only have a few nicks. Like you can see, there's a little bit of paint nicked off of that shell right there. But otherwise, he looks pretty good and pretty clean. Alright, so Mikey does come with a few accessories. First of all, he has 2 throwing stars. It's a staple for a Ninja Turtles action figure, and you can actually hold on to him pretty decently if you would like him to. And then he's got the Kusari Fundo, which is Mikey's new weapon. Now, they are very nunchuck-like, but they're a little bit different, because instead of having another stick on the end of the chain, you can see he's got this little ball here with this cool little spike effect going on around it. And they do have like these powered-up kind of mystical weapons in this series, which is why they're done in this translucent orange plastic with no extra paint details. One of the fun touches I think is neat is on the second one, there's a little boxing glove on the end, which is kind of silly. Definitely something very Mikey-like. One thing I want to point out on the figure is he does have a little spot on the front of his belt, which looks like it's supposed to holster a weapon. So you can clip the Kusari Fundos on there, but I will say they look a little odd with the chain just kind of dangling off on the top or the bottom, wherever you decide to put it. So it looks a little strange, but worth noting that you've got that spot if you want to. Otherwise, you can hold on to them in both of the hands there. He gets a pretty good grip with the right hand. The left hand's a little looser than I'd like it to be, but not to the point where he's dropping it or anything like that. So that way you can pose him around with his new weapon accessories. Now, in addition to that, he's also got this little tri-nunchuck thing here, which I'm sure has a proper name, but he's got one of those as well. That's a weapon that is, pretty typical. We've seen this come with Mikey figures in the past. Again, made of that same translucent orange plastic, and you can get him to pose with that as well. And then possibly my favorite accessory for this new Michelangelo, he comes with his very own skateboard. Perfect, right? That is so perfect for Michelangelo. So you can see it's all just a solid color orange plastic. The wheels do roll, however, so that's really nice. It actually works really well on a smooth surface. You can see it's got their little turtle shell emblem right there on the top. And here's what makes it extra fun. You've got a sticker sheet. This is really cool because it totally harkens back to figures like Mondo Gecko from the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy line, where it came with stickers so you can decorate his skateboard. At least I assume these are for the skateboard. I don't know where else. Maybe you could put them on the figure or a shell or something if you want to. But you know what? I'm going to put some of these on the actual skateboard. Now, there's not a lot of surface room, so it doesn't look like you're going to be able to fit a ton of these, and the bottom actually has these little sculpted lines, so you can't really cover the bottom of them very well either. And looking at some of the designs of the stickers here, there's some fun stuff, like you got a slice of pizza. That makes total sense for Mikey. A fireball, a popsicle, a lightning bolt. I like this little purple devil. Poop, because of course, poop is a thing for some reason now. You got a couple smiley faces, the alien. There's some pretty fun stuff. A skateboard. So I guess you can put a sticker of a skateboard on a skateboard if you want. I don't know. Let's go ahead and pick a couple of these. Let's see. I'm definitely going to use the slice of pizza for mine, because that just feels appropriate. Let's see if I can get it to kind of like... I'll put it up here on the back of the skateboard. Yeah, there we go. Let's see if I can get that on there pretty straight. That's not so bad. Look, let's see if I can get it to kind of curve around and stick pretty good on there. There we go. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I'm a little worried about it peeling off because of the bend of the skateboard there, but that looks pretty cool. Let's see. We need something like right here in the center. What do you think I should go with? The fireball is kind of cool. I kind of dig the alien. I don't know. Like, that's totally something, like, I like the alien stuff. I totally used to rock a bunch of alien t-shirts and stuff back in the high school days, so that's kind of cool. And let's see, what else should we put on there? We gotta put something else up here in the front. We need something that's gonna fit, though. Something that's gonna work pretty good. I don't know, the skull's pretty cool. The cheeseburgers, I like the donut, too. That's pretty sweet. Let's see if we can get the skull to fit up there. Let's see, and I'm gonna put it facing frontwards like this. Oh, yeah, look at that. There we go. So, you could do as many of these as you want or as few as you want, but I've decked my skateboard out a little bit. an alien and a skull and a slice of pizza. And you can see there's one peg on the front there that perfectly fits on the figure's foot, and that way you can get some really rad poses of Mikey with his included skateboard. I love that he has that as an accessory. Alright guys, it's comparison time. So I want to start by showing him alongside the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive version that I just took a look at a few months ago so that you can see the differences. The figure itself is exactly the same, but he does have some paint differences. You'll notice that the San Diego version's got some extra painted details on the weapons. At the time, I knew that that was going to be exclusive to that figure and not on the retail versions. He's also missing the new paint details on his shoulders and the back of his shell, like I pointed out earlier. But also, like I pointed out, this new version does have that extra paint deco on the belt there over his chest, and this version comes with the skateboard. The San Diego version did not. So it definitely has pluses and minuses. And just for fun, let's take a look at Mikey alongside some of his past releases, including the more recent 2012 series Michelangelo, and the vintage Michelangelo from the 80s. And we got to take a look at the Next Mutation Michelangelo. And we'll end with the 2003 version of Michelangelo. So there you go, my friends, a look at the brand new Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Michelangelo action figure from Playmates Toys. Once again, I know that the fan base is kind of divided over the look of these characters and this new cartoon, but I have no doubt that this is going to find an audience, especially with kids, and if we're talking strictly for kids, I think they are really going to enjoy these toys. Overall, this is a solid action figure. I still think these designs translate very well into toy form. He's missing some paint detail that I would have liked to see, but unfortunately that seems to be normal for Ninja Turtles toys from Playmates, but he does have some really rad weapons, and I love the included skateboard, and the articulation, pretty nice with this guy. You can get some really neat poses with that skateboard there. So the street date for these new figures is October 1st, but they are already starting to leak out because I found mine at Walmart, and they're also hitting Walgreens stores. So happy hunting, my friends. Hey guys, thank you so very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, leave me a comment, feel free to tell me what you think of these guys, and don't forget to subscribe because I got more reviews of Rise of the TMNT action figures on the way. Until next time, my friends.